Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Hi. We are at home today. We kind of snuck away from work. It was slow at the flower shop today. So we kind of took kind of a relaxing day and getting some chores done at home. And it is time for our first seed planting for our upcoming greenhouse season. This is by no means a information video because we have no idea what we're talking about. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just trying all of these new things for the first time.
Learn as you go.
Learn as you go. And we just thought we'd take you along with us on this crazy trip that we're going to take growing cut flowers. All year, I would say, we have been watching YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video, studying a lot. I've tried to learn as much as I possibly can, but I'm not a very quick learner. And some people say you have a green thumb or you don't have a green thumb. I tend to kill everything that you can eat when it comes to vegetables and that sort of thing. I can't grow a pepper for the life of me. My carrots were this big. Potatoes, we did good with potatoes. We had really good potatoes this year.
We did okay
corn, we did okay with corn. But the flowers that we did last season, 2022, just for fun, were all fantastic. And we really didn't know what we were doing then. We were just learning little bits by little bits as we went from YouTube. Thank you to all YouTube land. We love the YouTube channels that we follow. Anyway, we've ordered so many seeds. I'm not informational because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just going to tell you what I've bought so that when it grows in the field, whether it's this big or it's ginormous, we can say those were the seeds that we showed you back in January. All right, so I'm just going to start off. We have a little bit of vegetables, but like I said, everything that we try to plant usually dies or gets bug infested or something. Hello, everyone. Hi.
You can't see that far.
Donna and Evelyn and Giselle. Hi, everyone. All right, we have, Jeffrey's going to help me read because I don't read very well. Flambeau beans. Oh, where's the... I don't know how to get this to focus. I guess it doesn't matter. These are from Stems Seed Company. Interesting, nice packaging. Who knows, does that mean anything? It usually gets me. Packaging usually gets me on one of those. So, Flambeau beans. I think I saw Nicole from Flower Hill Farm grow this, so it was very interesting to me. So I got that. Then we have a few types of pumpkin. This is...
Black futsu. Specialty pumpkin.
It's everything that we kind of chose our specialty because I don't want to put all the effort into growing a jack-o'-lantern that you can buy at Walmart for $5.99. So everything's kind of specialty. Black futsu. And I think I saw the pumpkin varieties on Sunshine and Flora. She has a great website or YouTube channel as well. So this is fun. It's kind of really dark. Jennifer, okay, my work's talking to me. Nothing important. Really dark, almost eggplant color, I believe. This is...
Musc de Provence,
Fairy tale. Mousse de Provence. I have no idea what that is. This is...
Jarrahdale.
Specialty pumpkin. Jarrahdale. Again, you can look it up if you want. Stems Flower Farm is where all these seeds came from. So there's our pumpkin varieties. We also grew Ladies That Lunch gourds last year that grew beautifully, so we'll be doing that again. And a few others that I have a whole other box full of things that we grew some of this past year that we'll be growing again. So these are just the new varieties that we'll be introducing it. Then tomatoes. So we haven't, again, we're not growing your basic tomato. except I see tomato slicer mix. So I guess we have a slicer mix of tomato. Again, when I order seeds, it's like everything else that I shop for, I just buy everything. Okay. And then we have Super Sweet 100 cherry tomatoes, and I actually did grow this last year, and it is basic. I think I got mine at Tizard's last year. Really good cherry tomato. You can just pick off the bush and eat and snack on. I loved it. So, and we actually had a dozen different varieties last year, and this was the only one that I really, really liked. So we're going to grow that again, just for ourselves. Beefsteak black crim? Black crim. Don't know. It's a dark one, and I think it might be striped. Oh, no. Here's the striped. Striped German tomato beefsteak. Striped German, so that'll be fun. It's really dark and has some green stripes through it. Not something that you would find at the grocery store. Not something that looks tasty, actually, but it looks fun. And cucumber, Mexican sour gherkin. We're just going to try pickling, I guess. Anyway, that's the long and short of our vegetables. That's just bonus for us. This is the fun part. So again, we don't really know anything. I don't know that we've grown any of this. Well, maybe a few things, but not much at all. Let's just start with whatever's right in front of me. Forever Silver Status. This is from Johnny's, this seed pack. Johnny Seeds.
Use this a lot in our arrangements.
Johnny Seeds is American, so you do have to pay duty and taxes when it gets shipped to you, but they have the biggest variety of seeds, and so far the service has been great. We use a lot of, as Jeffrey was saying, status at the flower shop. So if we can grow that and have it readily available, that's how we feel about everything. So I'm just going to end up repeating myself over and over. If we can grow that and have that readily available to just in the morning before we go to the shop, cut 6 stems, it's going to be so fresh. It's going to last so much longer, give all of our customers longer vase life, and it will be cheaper for us, so we can build arrangements larger and bigger and more full. You're going to get more for your money's worth, because for us buying the seeds and growing it, yes, there's still a lot of manpower that goes into it, but for the price of flowers, like everything, the price of flowers have skyrocketed, and the price of shipping is unbelievable. Our flowers have to be flown in to St. John's, then they're driven from St. John's to Grand Falls, then Grand Falls to Gander. It's crazy. And who knows where they come from before they come from Ontario. So there's none of that. None of the shipping. Our shipping costs are just as much as we pay for the flowers. If I pay $20 for a rose, which that's not what I pay for a rose, but if I pay $20 for a rose, I pay probably $18 for shipping on that one rose. That's how expensive the shipping is. So we're going to try this. We have no idea what's going to happen. We're going to try. All right. This is going to take forever if I talk this much about one thing. Status. White status. It's going to be fun. I really hope I have blue status. I don't see it anywhere in my pile, but I think I ordered it. So every day some envelope shows up at work with seeds in it. Kale. Oh, this probably could have been crossover in between the vegetables and the flowers, but we use kale at the flower shop. It's just a little decorative head of kale. I grew them the last couple of years, actually, that we bought from Starts, either from Tizards or Canadian Tire or something. Sometimes have the little starts of the kale. So we have grown them. They grow really well. However, we don't get enough stem length. So I need to research a little more and find out how to get the longer stems on the kale. Because when we order them in at the flower shop, they can have an 18 or 20 inch stem on them. So we need to find out how to make that happen. And I think we have 3 different colors: white, purple, and red kale. That's the kale. Rudbeckia. We have Rudbeckia, what's that?
Hirta.
Hirta. I'm as a white person as you can get, y'all. If it wasn't in the color book, I can't read it. Rebecca Hita. I have no idea what that is, but we probably followed somebody's advice online and got that. And
another name for it is Sahara.
Oh, Sahara. Oh, that's probably just something else.
That's probably the Latin name for it.
That's the Latin name. So Sahara is the variety because this is Indian summer.
Beautiful.
And another YouTube channel that I watch is Don't Eat the Grass, and she is a Canadian farmer and highly recommends Indian summer Rebecca. So Rebecca, for those of you who don't know, the common term around here is black-eyed Susans. Or green-eyed Susans would be the Prairie Sun version, which I hope that's on the way as well. So some Rebecca. Rebecca can also be perennial here, which we do have some in the garden that are perennial. I just find that after their first year, their production seems to get shorter. So after they go through a winter, maybe it hurts the roots or something, but they seem to get shorter. Or I could be doing something wrong, because again, don't know what I'm doing. Let's continue on. Bee pollinator mix. Don't know what it is. Must have had a picture.
Mix of wildflowers.
Mix of wildflowers, yeah, probably. One of my all-time favorites. Anybody who watches any of my videos know I love eucalyptus. Well, I've talked about all the YouTube personalities that I watch, and there is nobody from this north in the climate. There is some cold climates because like Victoria, I guess not Victoria, but there is one in Saskatchewan that I watch. So she's pretty cold. She's in a zone 4, whereas we're in a zone 5. But I've never seen anybody in this cold climate. Oh, the freezing rain is coming down. Grow eucalyptus. But we're going to try. I'm going to actually seed start that this week. And we're going to keep it in our non-heated greenhouse, which is a hoop house, I guess. And see where we get with the eucalyptus. But it will be a fun try. That's for sure. Carnations, don't think that's going to work, but we'll try it. Snow on the Mountaintop Euphorbia. It's really pretty. It's green and white. It's a nice greenery filler, but it does have a sap that can have allergic reaction for some people. So if we grow this and if we do sell it, there has to be a warning sold with it that some people can have an allergic reaction to it. All right. Stock. We use a lot of stock flower at the fabric shop. Why do I keep saying fabric shop?
We used to be into fabric.
I used to be into fabric a lot. We use a lot of stock flower at the flower shop. So I'm going to try it again. We've had it for the last 2 years outside, growing outdoors. And they've literally been like 6 inches tall. That's a small 6 inches.
Oh,
our light.
Darkness.
Our light is faded.
Darkness bevel upon us.
So the stock, it didn't do very well at all. I had given up on it really, but over the last year watching so many videos and so many other people just love it so much that I'm going to give it another shot and we're going to put it in the greenhouse, and hopefully with a longer growing period, we may be able to get something out of it. Something. No light?
No light.
The light's gone. Straw flower. Lots of people love straw flower. It dries really nicely. It feels like straw, and it's got a really nice head. You can slow this down and take the names if you want, and then go look up the pictures. Professional YouTube people have the pictures and they flash up for you and everything. I'm lucky I can press play. So we're just learning. So they tell me, look at all of that.
So, was that one something?
They tell me that the most important part of cut flower growing is sunflowers. We have tried, and we did get like 12-foot sunflowers, but by the time they get up there and the time they open, they look like crap. They're never nice, but we're going to try hard this year, obviously. My goodness gracious, I have so many different ones. Pro Cut, they tell me, are the best ones. So I have Pro Cut Plum, Pro Cut White Knight, Pro Cut White Knight again, and again.
You must like that one.
Pro Cut Red. Teddy Bear was really cute.
Really cute, little fuzzy ones.
Lemonade, again, was almost like a solid double flower. It didn't really have a center. Really cute. Solar Power. Velvet Queen I grew this year, and I probably got 5 or 6 that were actually usable. So we'll try that in larger quantities this year. Yeah. Vincent's Choice and Vincent's Fresh. So we'll try. We're going to try. We'll see. Apparently, it's really important, and they're easy once you know what you're doing. So I'm going to learn. I'm going to try. Hi, Iona. Bradley, I think. Hi, Bradley. All right. One of my favorites last year. Once our garden, we were so behind last year, and we didn't really know what we were doing. So we just kind of planted what we could plant, and then by the time we had to fix our greenhouse because the plastic had blown off during the winter. So by the time we got to the end of our planting, it was probably the middle of July. So we had some seed packs left over, and I just sprinkled the seed plant on one of my raised beds and kind of forgot about it. There was 2 things. So by the end of August, when everything was in beautiful bloom, we could finally tell what this was, and it was amaranth. And I did post a picture of lime green tassels, I believe it was called. Amaranth. That was absolutely beautiful. It was just long and cascade. It looks great in hanging baskets. Big, beautiful, bold plants. So I started researching it more and more, and I just found that I was in love with it. So we have a number of varieties. We have the Cascade Mix, which I guess is a mix.
Love Lies Bleeding.
Love Lies Bleeding. So it's like a bleeding plant, and it's deep, deep red. Hot Biscuits is a stand-up spiky bush, and it is caramel brown, I would say. It is so beautiful for fall arrangements. Velvet Curtains is another one, and this is the one that I was referring to earlier. Emerald Tassels. Oh my god, I love it so much. In fact, we still have the dried one upstairs in our bathroom, and literally there was only one, and we still have it. One. So this year I want
50?
100 of that variety. So all of these packs are 100 packs, y'all. So that's like 700. 700! Amaranth.
How's 100 700?
This is 7 different packs.
Okay. I thought
So
you meant
that's-
in each pack.
No, that's 7 packs of amaranth.
Gotcha.
You're blushing now.
Yep.
Okay, and Emerald Tassels, which again is a red, not quite so dark red, I don't think, and it's flowing as well. So excited about amaranth. So this is Gonfrina. So Gonfrina is also a type of amaranth, but it's small, and I actually have a picture of this
There
one.
you go. Little
So it's
pom-poms.
like this. They're just little pom-poms, and they're really nice filler flowers. And they grow amazing, apparently. I've never grown them. I've never seen anybody here grow them, but on all my channels, they all grow them. I have purple red, cream, white, orange, and purple again. And this is a mix. Again, excited about that one. Really excited about that one. Gonfrina. Echinacea is perennial here in our area. And again, we have grown this here for years. It grows really well. So I just want some more so we can pick and choose the best quality flowers to cut for you guys at the flower shop. This is Scabiosa. Scabiosa. Anybody else hate that name? It's like scabs. Scabs. But it's a beautiful flower. It's also known as pincushion flower, I think. Again, I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm right. Maybe I'm wrong. Was never that good in school. So I have Fama Deep Blue and Fama White. Am I saying that right?
Mhm.
Fama?
Yeah.
Scabiosa, a really cute flower. It's a nice wedding flower. Hopefully that will work. They tell me, the YouTube tells me that it's not hard to grow. What we got here?
Corn.
Bachelor's buttons. Oh my. So this day was one of the first days that I went seed hunting, and I may have overdone it a lot. These are all bachelor's buttons, and I've learned since then that I don't even like them that much. So we'll see. I'm not even going to talk about them that much, really. Bachelor's buttons. Not the greatest flower for cut flowers. Might be good for the landscape. Straw flower. Didn't I already do straw flower?
Yeah, you did
I think I did straw flower. Again, this is just another mix. What's this? Cosmos. Cosmos are pretty popular here, and I never really thought of them as a cut flower, but they're really nice. You put them in bouquets, and the greenery is really full and helps fill out the bouquets. So I'm going to give that a try, especially when you cultivate it for that purpose. You can kind of cut back the unnecessary parts and give the stems more room to fill and get bigger, and it might work. We're going to try. We'll see. Snapdragons. So again, snapdragons is a very popular cut flower that we use at the flower shop all the time. I just had a case of 120 come in this week. And we've never grown them. I've never seen them grown here. Not that I creep around people's backyards or anything, but I've never seen them around here. But in the late fall, we had cleared a whole bunch of land preparing for this spring. And all of a sudden, there was like little snapdragons popping up out of the ground. They had no stem life whatsoever, but they were probably the wild versions that just kind of blew, as seeds do, and landed in our prepared ground. And they were so cute, and they had the little dragons and everything. It was so cute. So I have good hopes for snapdragons. Again, all of these varieties I've kind of studied individually, and we're going to find out what to do with all of them. Zinnia. Is this zinnia?
Yeah.
Oh my god, zinnias. If you're not growing zinnias in your garden, grow them. They are amazing. They're so full of color and full of life. Oh, can you kind of see a picture? You can. Zinnias. This way. Look at that. So that's a zinnia. They're kind of like a marigold. Marigolds are very popular around here, so they kind of have that same head shape as a marigold, except they're much tougher. They don't have that stinky smell of a marigold. And they have long, beautiful stems. You can use them in cut flowers all day long. They have a long vase life. They're amazing. As you can see, we are going to grow lots and lots of them. I probably have about 5,000. So, again, easy, can be direct sown right into the ground. That's what we did last year. We had a full bed of them. They're amazing. They're a cut and come again flower, meaning the more you cut them, the more they'll branch out and grow even better for you. One of the first things that we're going to put in the ground as soon as that nasty snow is all gone. So excited. Celosia. Celosia is a beautiful flower, and you've all seen it. It's in the garden centers here at Canadian Tire or any of the garden centers here in Newfoundland. It's kind of got that brain look, and it's like a velvet brain. Anyway, apparently if you grow it with some care, it's easy to grow. I've never got it to grow before, but we're going to try. Look at all these varieties. So there's, I gotta go through. Century mix, I have no idea. Orange, I have no idea. Burgundy, colors, carmine. Orange improved. Flamingo feather. So there's one called flamingo feather that's like a bunny tail, and it's pink. It's got pink tips on it. It's just so beautiful. I'm so excited. I love it. Bells of Ireland. That's an odd seed. We use this again in the flower shop all the time. I've never seen it grown here. I've never heard of anybody growing it here. But again, on YouTube, they're in the cold zones and they get it to grow. So we're going to hope for the same thing. These are some...
Hibiscus.
Yeah, there's some fillers and grasses and things. The first one, Mahogany Splendor Hibiscus. It's a wine burgundy filler. Mm-hmm. It grows really big. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. It's going to be fun. I don't know what that is.
It's like dust.
Something from China. Feverfew. Feverfew is like a tiny, tiny daisy. And it's almost used the same way a baby's breath would be used. Instead of just a little white dot, it's a little bit of a daisy. So cute. Looking forward to that. Mrs. Burns Basil. Apparently, it's the best thing ever for a flower arrangement. It makes your just house smell beautiful. So most all of these flowers are unscented. Because all of these flowers that we've chosen are pollenless. So when you have cut flowers on your countertop, you're not shedding pollen all over your countertop. So when they're pollenless, that also makes them scentless. I don't know if that's true. I think I made that up. Not sure. But I think that's true. Anyway, most all of them have very, very little scent. So the lemon basil just adds that beautiful scent to a bouquet. And it's a nice greenery filler. So that's lemon basil, cinnamon basil, same thing I just said. I'm not going to say it all over again unless you really want me to. Sweet Annie is another really nice green filler. This is another lemon basil. Frosted Explosion Grass is a new one I've learned about this year. This is probably just a weed that we would see in the ditch maybe. But it has some beautiful whimsy to a bouquet. So it's really nice. We're going to grow that. And ornamental mullet. Millet?
Millet.
Millet. So, you know, in the fall of the year when we get grasses by the side of the road and they have big grass pods on the end, those are millets. Well, we're going to intentionally grow them without bugs and see what we get. All right, we're almost to the end. I promised some more millets. Say that word.
Eryngium?
Eryngium. That's right. Eryngium is blue thistle or sea holly. So it's a blue sea holly. Blue is really hard to find in cut flowers, and people love blue. If they want to give flowers to a man, or if it's for a man's funeral, or there's lots of reasons to use blue, and there's not that many blue flowers. So anything that we can possibly grow in blue, we're gonna blue them. Okay, Love in the Mist Nigella. I have no idea what it is. That was one of Jeffrey's picks. Crespedia?
Yeah.
Crespedia.
Is that another bachelor's bud?
No, Crespedia is a perfectly round yellow ball on a long stem. Crespedia.
The drumstick flower.
Drumstick flower?
On the back it says.
Sunball. It's called the drumstick flower, so it is. Look at that. And Crespedia again. Oh no, that's cardoon.
Cardoon.
Cardoon. It looks like an artichoke bush. It's very spiky. And in the flower itself, kind of looks like an artichoke or a petilla. Apparently it's really hard to grow, but the foliage itself is not hard to grow, so it's a really good one for just foliage. You could use it in arrangements for your foliage, and it lasts longer than your typical leather fern. Dusty Miller. We've all seen a version of Dusty Miller in all of our garden centers around Newfoundland. And this year we grew one in the garden that did wonderful. It was fantastic. This year we put self-watering systems in most all of our garden beds. So everything got consistent water. Tried to get consistent water. Again, we're just learning. But this Dusty Miller did so much better than I've ever seen it before. It had to be 15 inches high. And a lot of our pre-made arrangements, Teleflora does pre-made arrangements where we get a recipe, and when somebody orders that particular arrangement from our site, ganderflorist.com, they print out a recipe and it tells us exactly what goes in it. And lots of times there's Dusty Miller in it. But what we have found, and not just me, but the previous owners as well, that over the years, anytime you order Dusty Miller, it doesn't travel well. So by the time it gets here, it's already, and it doesn't really die, but it doesn't bounce back at all. Whereas this, we could cut it in the garden, and it would last for 3 weeks. Nothing lasts for 3 weeks. Your typical rose has a lifespan of 5 to 7 days. This stuff, 3 weeks. No problem. Not only that, but we even cut it after it got snowed on, and it was still good. So we're so excited. Y'all, Dusty Miller for everyone this year. Dusty Miller for everyone. So beautiful in arrangements. What's that?
Sage, Claire Sage.
Sage. So it's just a greenery.
It's millet.
Millet, more millet, and more cress.
What's this?
That's it.
Some more.
So that brings us to Lisianthas.
Does that say hairy balls on the back?
Does it say what?
Butterfly weed hairy balls. The last one's called.
Hairy balls. Okay, honest to God, it says hairy balls. I don't know if you're ever going to be able to see this, but it says hairy balls. Can you see that? Hairy balls, right there, look. Okay, let it go. Is this Lisianthus?
The dianthus.
This is dianthus, it's not even Lisianthus. Okay, dianthus is a pretty flower. We're going to give that a go. It's like a ball, and it has like hairy balls. Now I'm blushing, I think. It's a round sphere of little flowers. So it's a pretty flower. I'm doubtful I'm going to get this to grow. I really am, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, to the star of the show today. I've lost it.
What have you done with it?
Oh, it's right here. It's right here in front of me. I just skipped over it. Lisianthus. Lizzies. Oh my God, we all love Lizzies in the industry. Lisianthus. How can I describe it? It's like the most delicate rose. It's hardy. It has a base life of up to 3 weeks. It's expensive. Lisianthus is your favorite palmacomb? Me too. I'm going to grow it, or I'm going to try to grow it, and I'm going to start it today. Because apparently, it grows really, really, really slow. So they need to be in seed trays, under growing lights for 12 weeks. And they're still only this big. So they need to be planted today to hopefully be this big by April. And then in April, hopefully, it will be warm enough to put them in the greenhouse. Because they are a little bit of a cool flower. They like some cool temperatures. So hopefully by then they can go in the greenhouse. So then by July I can have my own Lisianthus. Another one that doesn't like to be shipped very well because their petals don't like to be touched. So when they're in a box, of course, everything gets packed on top of each other and they get crushed a little bit. So they still last long and they're still beautiful, but they always have kind of scars on them for being crushed in a box. So ours might not have to be. We're going to give it a go. All right. Again, not an informational video because I don't know what I'm doing, but we're going to do it. We have move all of this. We have a 200 plug tray. There we are.
Everyday ordinary seed starting mix.
Every day. Again, we're here in Newfoundland. We don't have a lot of variety and things to choose from. So we have Miracle-Gro starting mix. It would be great if we could have gotten the Vermont compost that Nicole talks about on Flower Hill Farm, y'all. But we can't. So we're just going to use the Miracle-Gro and we're going to see what happens. Now, I'm going to use my mixing bowl. We're classy bunch here. Those little holes, we can't possibly need more than that.
No.
Do we?
I wouldn't think so.
All right. You go ahead.
This was in the car, so it's a little frozen.
It's still frozen?
A little bit. It'll work though.
It smells like dirt. In a good way.
Fresh. Organic.
Fresh. Spring. Oh, I can't
love
wait.
it, yeah.
I can't wait. I'm going to put this down.
Hi.
Talk to the people.
I ain't got nothing to say.
So, when you're seed starting, your soil needs to be wet enough that it can form in your hand, but no water should squeeze out of it. So we're going to need quite a bit of water.
Am I going in?
Yeah, I'm not going in there. So you want your soil pre-moistened before it goes into your plug trays. Because if you have to put enough water on your plug trays to actually dampen the soil, your seeds are going to move all around. And one thing about Lisianthas is they need light to germinate, which means, I think we need some more, which means the seed just goes on top of the soil. You can sprinkle it with some vermiculite, and I think we're going to use some cinnamon, a little home remedy that I've learned, because they sit under lights for so long in wet soil that it can grow algae on the top of your soil. So a little trick is cinnamon kind of stops that. All right, we're just gonna plop that, I guess. Here we go. So if I was a YouTube person, which we're going to try to become YouTube people, we would fast forward right now, but we're not. So you kind of gotta bear with us, or you can always go away and you can come back later.
Don't go away.
You can come back later. Don't go away forever, but I wouldn't want to force anybody to watch. We understand when you go away and you come back later. Guys, thank you so much for supporting us throughout this whole journey since we've started this Facebook Live. It's been amazing. It's done wonders for business at the store. It's a lot of fun. The Valentine's Day wreath, y'all, it's still going to happen, I hope. Oh, I wanted it to show up this week so bad. I just wanted it to show up so bad. The tracking information still says it's in Toronto, but I know it's not in Toronto because I got a notice from my broker that said they released it from Toronto on like Tuesday, so there's no reason it shouldn't have been here already. I always forget how slow shipping can be in the wintertime here. There's so many different factors. Thank goodness we don't have to deal with that with our fresh flowers, because our fresh flowers are flown in. So there's never much of a delay. However, this week we did have a delay because of the so-called storm that didn't happen. Oh, that's plenty. Let's take some of those. Let's just make sure it's pushed in and take the rest off the top. So our flowers got flown into St. John's, and then the St. John's people just didn't work because Eddie Shear said don't work, so nobody worked. So our flowers stayed in a box overnight in St. John's, but they did come and they were perfect. They were absolutely beautiful. So it was okay, and we didn't really need them. We weren't in desperate need like we were after Christmas. Y'all, look at this. Ah, this is my kitchen island. Yep, this is the sort of shit we do. I don't know if I should say shit.
Well, you did twice now.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, everyone. So, this is a 200 cell tray, right?
Yep.
200 cell tray. And each one of those Lisianthas packages only has 100 seeds, right? Let's double check that, Jeffrey, right there, yeah.
Minimum 50. Minimum 50.
50?
Oh,
God, I might have to order more.
Do you want to mix
Anybody on here? No, I don't want to mix them.
No.
If anybody on here knows anything more than I know about this stuff, I would love to know a plug supplier. So, again, when you watch YouTube videos 5 hours a day about flower growing, they all talk about seed growing and how good it is and its ups and its downs. And really, they all say at the end of the day that plugs are better than seeds. But the couple of companies that I have reached out to and heard back from, they all say, no, sorry, you're too far away. You're too far away. You're too far away. So I would just love if somebody knew a plug supplier. I'm scared that's going to go all over the floor.
I'll get it later.
A plug supplier that would ship to Newfoundland, that would be amazing. Then I would have to babysit these things for 3 months. We were literally wanting to go on vacation, and we hemmed and hawed and decided, no, we have to stay home and babysit the Lisianthas. So, that's what we're doing. I need to really dry my hands if I'm going to touch those seeds.
They're so tiny.
I'll take a cloth, actually. Oh my gosh. Thanks. Hello, Denise. Hello, Pat. Hi, Lisa. Cindy. Hi, Cindy. She probably knows way more than we know. All right. Now, Jeffrey, if I could have a little bowl.
A little
Put
bowl.
those seeds in.
They're so tiny.
They're so tiny, I know. Y'all, I'm not going to force you to watch all this. I'm really not. I'm just going to get started, and then that's it.
There's 50 seeds in there?
Oh my god. Look how tiny that is. And those are pelleted seeds, which means they are coated. Because if they weren't coated, they would literally be like dust. So I'm going to put those here in this little dish. Oh my god. That's it. That was $8, y'all. Plus shipping and duty. $8, y'all. Alright, I'm going to use a toothpick. Oh my god, I can't even see them.
How are you going to do this?
I'm gonna lick it. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and then it sticks to the tip.
There's one seed.
Look how little that is.
I'm gonna start in the corner.
Oh my god. Just...
Wow.
Some people just sprinkle it, but then you get little seedlings all over the place that you kind of got to transplant after. And this way, hopefully we won't have to disturb them until they're ready to go.
I had to take every precaution possibly. Plus, those people also buy like 6,000 seeds. Whereas apparently I bought packs of 50. I thought I only bought packs of 100, but look at that. One seed, one baby Lisianthas. I love it. So you guys, I'm just going to continue on and do this for a couple of hours and get all of those seeds in here. And then once I do that, I'm just going to give it a little sprinkling of cinnamon and vermiculite Then I'm going to just put the lid on because it needs lid and heat while it's germinating. And then once they've germinated, so once the seed cracks and you actually see a little bit of green, you take the lid off and you leave it under the lights for 12 weeks, watering at least once a day.
Best to mist?
Like if they were children. Best to probably mist, yes, Jeffrey. Just because if you pour anything, there's always danger because they're so small that the seeds will move and you'll lose some. So that's it, y'all. Oh my God, do you see those little tiny seeds? Look in this first row here. Huh? I have to fill this whole thing now. So we'll have at least one tray, maybe two. Our heat mats are on the way. They're not here yet, but they will go under heat lights tonight. And we'll see. Today is the 14th.
Yep.
Oh my God, 1 month to Valentine's Day, y'all. Get your Valentine's Day orders in. All the flowers have been ordered. I can't wait. It's going to be fun. Lots of roses. I think I ordered 1,000 red roses. So get your orders in for Valentine's Day. We're going to be busy, busy, busy. Thank you all for watching. We also got the billboard again today.
Yeah.
So excited. Oh, I think we just died. There's a billboard over here by Mr. T's, across the road from Mr. T's. So we had it for Christmas. It was subtle. Thomas Kincaid, one of our most popular designs, was up there and said, you know, Peyton's Flowers, blah, blah, blah. But now we're getting a little bit better at that. So this time it's going to be even more fun for Valentine's Day. And the next time, we might even have our picture up there. We'll see. Anyway, y'all, thank you very much. Our my point of all that whole rant was our YouTube channel is up there now as well. So check us out on YouTube at Peyton's Flowers. Always check out our website, ganderflorist.com, and follow us on Facebook, y'all. Thank you very much. We love you. Later.
Bye.